Hello, my name is Karen Elaine. Welcome to this webinar, Relief from Combat PTSD, with the help of the Acro Yoga Advantage program. Today I am sharing with you how I use exercise modality of acrobatic yoga to achieve drug-free relief from PTSD. In this webinar, I present combat veterans a way to regain free from drugs control of their life after a diagnosis of PTSD, getting you out of that reliance on prescription medications. Today's audience will learn the tool that brings joy back to living. The old way of treating PTSD interferes with one's ability to organically heal from the traumas experienced at war. Healing from PTSD is accomplished by building trust in yourself and others. I facilitate this healing through teamwork exercises called Acro Yoga. It is a general norm for people with combat PTSD to have a regimen of prescription medications to relieve their symptoms. One may have, in fact, tried getting off the meds, resulting in increased problems, panic, worry. Perhaps one's injuries or age are common reasons for not wanting to get involved in a new sport. One may have tried other sports to minimal effect on relieving their PTSD stressors. And the concept of acro yoga may leave one with even more questions like, isn't that just for gymnasts or for romantic couples? My goal is to clarify and clear away any objections and skepticism one may have about an exercise practice with acro yoga and what this Acro Yoga Advantage program can offer as far as healing from the invisible wounds of combat PTSD. Each participant in the Acro Yoga Advantage program will be building trust in themselves and in others through teamwork skills. The new skills practiced offer an opportunity to summon up courage to act in the face of fear. Using this brand new exercise modality demands one's full attention. Acro yoga is also called the yoga of trust, which is what a person with PTSD needs to develop. Having trust in oneself and in others is key to getting off of the prescription meds and regaining full control of one's feelings and emotions. While participating in acro yoga, one is entirely focused on being of service to oneself and to others. No space is left for worry because you are fully engaged in action. This functional fitness sport develops the strength and flexibility of each and every participant. The Acro Yoga Advantage program is presented in increasingly more challenging exercises. One has the option to focus more on the therapeutic aspects of the training if they prefer. I have secret discoveries to share that will shed new light on commonly held beliefs within the PTSD community. One belief is that PTSD can only be treated with prescription meds. The fact is that prescription drugs for PTSD are not 100% successful in alleviating the symptoms. A new way to handle this is participating in this functional fitness sport called acro yoga to engage the entire mind, body, spirit of the participant. This sport offers a full spectrum healing of one diagnosed with PTSD. It's kind of like those gigantic guard dogs who people walk on a metal spike choke chain with a muzzle over the dog's face. I personally have a big, beautiful Tavern Belgian Sheephound. I work daily with my boy Maximus, exercise and taking care of his focus and conditioning. My boy is known in the neighborhood as the gentle giant lion from Narnia. The biggest success story amongst my students is Army medic Victor Gonzalez. During his first half year of acro yoga classes with me, he was having regular adjustments in his medication prescriptions for the symptoms he was struggling with as a combat veteran diagnosed with PTSD. His consistent acro yoga practice laid the foundation for him to courageously work through the mental discomfort, eventually getting off of all the prescription meds. Victor says in the first 2 weeks of classes with me, Victor says, Karen has made such a huge impact on my life. Not to be dramatic, but she's like an angel from God who is ultimately helping me to save my life and restore my faith in God and humanity. She's one of those that wants to see you thrive, wants to set you up for success, wants to see you get better, do better, prevail. She leads by example. You can tell that she's always striving to better herself, and she thrives off of you thriving and excelling. She has this way of lending herself and her energy to you without allowing it to deplete her. Adjectives for Karen: open-minded, caring, assertive, respectful, compassionate, inspiring, intimate, transparent, intentional, comfortable, safe, knowledgeable, leader, humble, genuine, authentic, fair, real, eclectic, kind, understanding, available, reliable, resilient, captivating, strong, inspiring, motivating, etc., etc. The list goes on and on. Many thanks for your service, Victor, and for your very sweet, kind words. Another widely held belief in the PTSD community is that a person with PTSD experiences quickness to anger, so team sports just don't work for them. Acro yoga builds trust in oneself and in others. By participating in the team sport of acro yoga, one with PTSD begins to rebuild trust in themselves and in others. In the series of exercises studied, we take turns allowing ourselves to be lifted as well as lifting others. The participants have an all-around uplifting experience. It's like walking into a busy traffic intersection, having no trust that the cars will stop at red lights or pedestrian crosswalks. In this situation, one feels hyper-vigilant, stressed, always on red alert. Learning to trust that others will do the right thing allows you to relax and enjoy life. We learn this in acro yoga. Another generally accepted practice in the treatment of PTSD is for the person to simply rest. While resting is a very important element of recovery, the challenge is that comfort breeds apathy, especially while one is taking prescription medications to treat PTSD symptoms. Exercises and activities in the Acro Yoga Advantage program take the individual with PTSD out of the comfortably numb, drug-induced state and into meaningful communication. During the sequence of partner stretches and counterbalance practice, participants literally learn to lift others and allow themselves to be lifted in their therapeutic environment. Soldiers learn that oftentimes courage is uncomfortable. All who served at war performed their work with tremendous courage, acting in the face of fear. Those who are diagnosed with PTSD still have courage. It is now time to use that courage to face the invisible injuries of PTSD. Who is your teacher? Well, my name is Karen Elaine. I hold a diploma in PTSD counseling from the KEW Academy, a 200-hour teaching certification in power yoga from Hot 8 Yoga Studio, and a 200-hour teaching certification in acrobatic yoga from the esteemed Acro Yoga Montreal School. I have been teaching acro yoga since 2013 to a wide demographic of people, all of whom have had amazing transformations physically, mentally, and spiritually in my classes, workshops, and acro yoga retreats. The most rewarding experiences for me have been working with servicemen and servicewomen who have been diagnosed with PTSD, being part of their progress and having feedback from them on their transformation. Acro yoga is a form of partner yoga that combines therapeutic Thai yoga with gymnastic strength skills. Relying on prescription drugs will not completely resolve one's problems. The underlying mental and physical trauma remains. As your acro yoga instructor, I am here to guide you in summoning the courage to work out your PTSD challenges with the help of the Acro Yoga Advantage program. Participating in acro yoga actively makes you age backwards because the playful nature of it reconnects us with our younger self. As a teamwork sport that embraces all of the skills the participant has to offer, we find excitement in knowing and seeing that every contribution on the acro yoga mat makes for a more fulfilling acro yoga healing experience. As far as getting on the acro yoga mat with me in the Acro Yoga Advantage program, here are your choices. You can do nothing, which results in the same PTS problems and symptoms bothering you right now. You can continue taking prescription meds. It's basically a way to mask your invisible injuries, but not to heal and completely get rid of them. You can read a book by specialists in the field. Most of them are going to send you right back into another round of prescription meds. You can find another coach or professional. There are many who work as counselors for people diagnosed with Combat PTSD, and we are all empathetic with your plight. But the standard method of treating Combat PTSD is in giving prescription medications to the trauma patient facing an endless loop of dependency on chemical intervention. What will change your life is making a relief from Combat PTSD phone call with me. On this call, we'll talk about the easy accessibility of the Acro Yoga Advantage program. We'll clarify the acro yoga exercise modality used for the healing process and talk about the successes of my other students and how you can join them in gaining relief from Combat PTSD. Benefits gained will include an easy to follow formula that teaches you to build trust in yourself and in others, gaining strength and flexibility in your mind, body, and spirit. You will gain peace of mind, knowing you have regained control of your life. This phone call and program is for combat soldiers diagnosed with PTSD who are ready for change now. If you recognize that prescription drugs are only a mask on the symptoms of PTSD, and you are willing to commit to at least 20 minutes a day to the exercise program, this phone call is for you. Click the link below this video to sign up for our Relief from Combat PTSD phone call. And I will tell you on the phone call how to sign up for the Acro Yoga Advantage program to start your recovery from PTSD. I look forward to guiding you on your healing journey with the Acro Yoga Advantage program. Click the link below, and I look forward to talking to you soon. This is Karen Elaine. Goodbye.